spent my entire career really working in startups, and so that was intentional really, to try and learn the right things to do and also some of the wrong things to do, and sometimes that can be more important. So I've seen things go really well, I've seen things go terribly, and that has really helped to inform my decisions, and working with Katie on that and her decisions on that, as to where StateZero should go from there. The biggest thing was how you look after your team and how important they are to your growth. You know, these people are taking a huge risk to be part of your team so early on, and I think startup founders can take that for granted sometimes, and you know, let them feel like it's their business too, because it is, and you couldn't do that without them. I've definitely experienced the latter, and so I'm trying to turn that into something positive. I think it's really interesting how Katie and I met and how we've then evolved into becoming best friends, because we often get startups asking us, is it risky to hire your best friend or to go into business with your best friend as your co-founder? We actually met at work, and so that meant that our relationship started on a business level, and then we grew to realize that we had the same feelings in the industry, the same way startups were being treated, and that we wanted to change that. And then we became best friends off the back of that. And so that means that we don't have any of the politics that you could get with some of your friends from school, for instance. We're able to call each other out if we're not happy. We're also able to congratulate each other, and I actually think that is the most important part, because we forget sometimes to take a step back and realize when you've done something well, and not always just focus when things maybe don't go according to plan. So I've always loved food. I've always loved cooking food and coming up with new ideas, and definitely since being in the startup world, I've had to reevaluate my time and you know, how much can I give to coming up with a fun meal that evening. And I've actually really enjoyed that challenge. For me, it's about coming up with recipes that are quick, that are easy, and they are healthy. You know, I'm not a nutritionist, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I like to spend my time researching that kind of stuff. And I think we should realize that we can have great food and have fun making it, and it only needs to take 20 minutes of your time. So even if you get home stupidly late, even if you have to carry on working, eating the right food is going to make you so much better at what you do. And yeah, that's something that I seem to spend all of my spare time doing. So I think the most important thing to remember is that everybody is different. Some people are night owls, some people like to get up really early in the morning, and that's all fine, but you do need to try and get that balance in there. And I think anyone watching this video would know that they've experienced that, you know, working crazy hours, being blacklighted if you're in the corporate industry, having to work to 5, 6 a.m, startup world, you know, constantly working Christmas Day, for instance. And actually, in the end, you are not going to be healthy. You're not going to be able to focus really on what you need to do and how you need to do that. And that's something that we are still learning at StateZero, but we are trying to advocate that to our startups first and foremost.